You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Days of Our Lives fans. Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I've got your 2-week spoilers. These run from Monday, February 5th, all the way through Friday, February 16th. We've got cheaters feeling guilty. We've got other people hitting the sheets that haven't in a while. We've got temptation, and we've got romance and a proposal and a wedding coming in week 2. Hey, if you haven't, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss anything. And now let's unpack these spoilers for Monday, February 5th through the 16th. All right, on the 5th, on Monday, we have Stephanie and Everett admitting their feelings for each other. They love each other. They're back in bed together. Things are looking very serious. So, of course, it's time for everything to blow up. Johnny is thinking carefully about what Chad told him, basically about how bad it is for women that wind up married to DiMera men. And he's kind of having a little bit of anxiety, worried that it will be bad for her to marry him, even though he truly loves her. Paulina and Abe hit the sheets. This is the first time they've been together physically since he lost his memories. Looks like he's going to get his groove back. Maybe it'll bring his memories back. Konstantin is with John in the park, and he's telling him some stuff about his pawn days, and then he uses that pawn card to activate John. And he's telling him to kill himself. And John is about to do it, but Konstantin stops him at the last minute. He just wanted to test and see if the system worked. And wow, it does. So now Konstantin has some really devious plans in mind. Stefan and Ava are in the sheets. They have done the deed, and now they are struggling with guilt. They don't want anybody to know, which means somebody's gonna find out. Tuesday, February 6th. We've got the cops doing another drug raid. And after that, Chad and Everett head out to talk to Clyde Weston at the prison. Clyde provokes Chad. I'm sure he's going to start talking smack about killing Abby. And, you know, Chad's provoking him about him losing all his drugs, and things are about to explode. Hopefully this will all blow up and over in sweeps, and maybe Clyde will be pushing up daisies before the end of the month. That's what I'm hoping. Abe and Paulina enjoy their morning after they make love. And Alex and Kristen have a discussion about Teresa and Brady and both of their concerns with those two because they don't want them back together. Wednesday, February 7th, has John lying to Marlena about spending time with Konstantin in the park. He doesn't want to tell her what's going on, and then there's further issues because he can't remember all that went on, because once he activated him as the pawn, then John's not there anymore, and John doesn't know what's going on when he's the pawn. So I don't know why they drug this up out of the past, but I hope there's more to it than just Konstantin trying to use this to cash in, you know. EJ's taunting Stefan and says he's going to wind up in prison for dealing drugs for Clyde, and EJ thinks this is all hilarious. I think EJ needs a big comeuppance. Of course, he's going to get one eventually when he finds out his son's alive, and then he's excited, and then he's going to find out it's not really his son. So karma is coming for EJ. Stephanie tells Kayla that she and Everett are getting serious again, and Ava meets Harris to make out with him. She's feeling so guilty that she's rebounding that way, and Paulina tells Chanel and Johnny and Abe that her surgery has been moved up. So that sounds like a good thing, unless they're doing it because things are getting a lot worse. Thursday, February 8th in Salem, Teresa and Brady talk about the letters they got from their son Tate. We heard about this already last week, but apparently they're comparing them. So I wonder if he's saying one thing to the one thing to the other, or maybe there's some kind of issue there. Maybe, I don't know. It's very strange. Stephanie pushes Everett about something. I think she's going to want him to go to the doctor. So we'll see how that goes, because I think she wants him to see Kayla. And John tells Steve everything he can remember about what went on with Konstantin. Harris shows up to Statesville to confront Clyde about the most recent drug bust. And Sloan just wants some time alone with her husband, Eric. I don't know if she's going to get it or not, though. Then on Friday, February 19th, we've got Xander and Sarah struggling with temptations. These two really want to get intimate again, but they're trying to take baby steps. So I'm guessing the following week, though, when it's Valentine's Day and all romance, maybe they'll give in. We'll see. I love them together. Julie tells a story to Charlotte and Thomas. Teresa is talking to Alex about addiction, and he's definitely working hard to understand what she's going through because he wants to be there for her because he loves her. And Lucas Horton sneaks out of his hiding space above the Brady pub, and Mama busts him. And Tripp and Wendy try and get some things cleared up with Ava. I wonder if they know she slept with Stefan. All right, the second week is February 12th through 16th, and I'm not sure if it happens this week, but I do know that Kayla is going to diagnose Everett with something. We've seen like the headaches and the pain and the disorientation and all that. Teresa finds an engagement ring, and I feel like Alex might propose on Valentine's Day when it's all romantic. Also on Valentine's Day, we've got the big geocaching event. This is replacement writer weirdness, and people are going to be running around. The way that you usually play geocaching, by the way, there's an app on your phone, and it knows your location. It geolocates you based on the GPS of your phone, and you tell it to search nearby for caches, which are these little hidden. They can be as tiny as like the end of your pinky finger all the way up to trunk size with stuff in it. And you sign a log to say that you found it. And they're clever. Usually they're pretty cleverly hidden. It's a fun little hobby. So I hope they're actually going to do it right. But during the geocaching, something turns up that's troubling. I don't know if they're going to find a body or a big pile of drugs or a body with a big pile of drugs. We'll see how it goes. It's just so random that they've included this hobby, a hobby that I actually engage in. So it's really weird. Johnny and Chanel's wedding day arrives on Valentine's Day, but he's still worried about that DiMera curse. He doesn't have cold feet because he doesn't love her. I think he's got cold feet because he loves her and doesn't want to see her hit by this family curse. We're going to have lots of romance for couples all over Salem that week. Doc and John, Kate and Roman, Xander and Sarah, Teresa and Alex, and more. We've got more pawn action as Konstantin is plotting against Steve. He wants to figure out how to use John against his best friend as the pawn. And Everett's time is running out to come clean. And I wonder if V-Day will be D-Day for him if Jada walks up on him and sees Bobby, her husband, with her friend. All right, that's everything I have for Days 2 Week Spoilers. Please click subscribe if you haven't. Definitely drop your comments and please come back soon. We're here talking Days 7 days a week. This is Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.